Hello, my name is David. Today, I want to tell you about how important it is to use polite words. Polite words make people happy and make conversations nicer. I learned this lesson on a day full of politeness. Let me tell you what happened that day. It was a sunny morning. I decided to go to the grocery store to buy some food. Before I left, I said to my mom, "Goodbye. Have a nice day." My mom smiled and said, "You too, David. Have a great day." Saying goodbye and have a nice day is a simple way to be polite. Seeing my mom smile made me happy and made me think it would be a great day. When I arrived at the grocery store, I wanted a shopping cart, but all the carts were stuck together. I tried to pull one out, but I couldn't. A man saw me struggling and came to help. I smiled and said, "Thank you very much." He nodded and replied, "You're welcome." His help made me very happy, and polite words like thank you made the moment even better. Getting help not only made things easier, but it also made me feel good about the day. Inside the store, I picked up bread, milk, and a few apples. Then, I went to the cereal aisle. There, I saw an old woman looking up at the top shelf. She couldn't reach the cereal. I asked her, "Would you like some help?" She smiled and said, "Yes, please." I reached up and handed her the cereal box. She said, "Thank you," and I replied, "No problem." It felt good to help, and hearing her say thank you made me happy too. When I finished my shopping, I went to the checkout counter. The cashier smiled and said, "Good afternoon. How are you?" I smiled back and replied, "I'm good, thank you. How are you?" The cashier replied, "I'm fine, thank you." This short greeting made us both happy and showed that we respected each other. This made the conversation friendlier. After paying, I said, "Thank you very much. Have a nice day." The cashier smiled and said, "You too." I realized how even a few polite words can brighten someone's day. Just a few nice words can make someone smile. After leaving the store, I stopped by a cafe to get a cup of coffee. It was a bit crowded, so I waited in line. When it was my turn, the barista asked, "Hello. How can I help you?" I replied, "Could I please have a cup of black coffee?" Saying please when asking for something is very polite and shows respect. The barista quickly made my coffee and handed it to me. I said, "Thank you very much." The barista smiled and said, "You're welcome." As I was leaving, someone held the door open for me. I smiled and said, "Thank you." The person replied, "No problem." These small, polite actions and words made my day even better. Later, I went to the park. I was going to meet my friend Mark. When I saw him, I said, "Hello, Mark. How are you?" He replied, "I'm good, thank you." "And you?" I told him I was good too. We sat down on a bench and talked about our week. While talking, I remembered to use polite words like please and thank you. For example, when I wanted some water, I said, "Could you please pass me the water bottle?" Mark handed it to me and said, "Here you go." I replied, "Thank you." While we were talking, a young boy came over and asked, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the playground is?" Mark pointed and said, "It's over there, next to the swings." The boy smiled and said, "Thank you." Mark replied, "You're welcome." It was nice to see that even children use polite words when they speak. At the end of the day, I said goodbye to Mark. "It was great to see you. Have a nice evening," I said. Mark smiled and replied, "It was great to see you too, David. Take care." On my way home, I thought about the polite words I used that day. Words like please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me are small but powerful. These words show respect and make people happy. Being polite makes conversations nicer and friendlier. Next time you talk to someone, try using polite words like hello, please, and thank you. You'll be surprised at how much these words can make conversations better. With just a few polite words, you can make someone's day brighter.